Why is Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen so hard? Hello YouTube, how are you? Are you well? The topic of this video is to discuss why the Dark Arisen DLC of Dragon's Dogma is so damn hard. I wrote this quite a while ago and have since overcome every obstacle Dark Arisen has thrown at me, thanks to my leveled dragon-forged Helmbart daggers, but I am no closer to earning the Sapphire daggers. So sit back and listen to me talk about how weak my character used to be in the dark world of Bitterblack Isle and Gransys. I'm a casual player, but I consider myself a capable player. I know how to make wyverns, worms, and drakes tremble with fear. They cower before me, they shake at the sight of the blood that drips from my blades, as I'm truly a formidable strider, my preferred vocation, and they beg for mercy from my main pawn, who is a tall, empowered female, with perfectly curved eyebrows and a penchant for making me buy her new boots, mage outfits, and shiny things. I have a plethora of gear, armor, and weaponry, with a decent amount of those armors being dragon forged. Can I just interject here by saying that the percentage of dragon forging items once a dragonkin is slain is relatively low. I wish Capcom could raise this percentage. However, in Dark Arisen, with the bait used to lure the undead dragon, I stand a better chance of leveling my weapons and gear, which is nice. Think of how many dragonkin must die before I have a new outfit and weapons with that red dragon symbol in the corner of its item selection picture. I can kill enemies with the best of them, but damned if I'm not struggling terribly against the much stronger enemies in Dark Arisen, the DLC. The big-ass rat I encountered is a pain in the ass to annihilate, shrugging off my attacks like it's nothing. It even petrified me! I'll be honest, after completing the main storyline 4 times, being demolished by difficult, stronger enemies is so very humbling. I selected the easy difficulty but that hardly affects those badass enemies lurking in Bitterblack Isle. I'm not making this video to plead and beg for change from Capcom and the wonderful teams of people who crafted this gen. No. I'm merely expressing the viewpoint of a casual player who loves this game more than Skyrim and Kingdoms of Amalur. I so love those games, but Amalur more so because of the leaps and bounds it made in the RPG genre. Diablo 3 doesn't even compare, so I promise, I'm not tacitly saying anything that is an expressed desire for change within Dark Arisen. The difficulty being what it is just makes the endeavor into the dark realm of Bitterblack Isle a costly, taxing, humbling exercise. There is so much to love within the world of Gransys. The draw distance is decent enough, the day-night cycle is accurate with gorgeous rays of sunshine. The enemies are a nice challenge despite the fact that there just aren't enough variation in enemies. And I also wish to add, your character seems or feels capable and fearsome. Silent though. Doesn't speak, but Capcom felt GTA had it right with a silent protagonist. Once a casual player like me steps foot into the chamber with the big, glaring, giant ugly eye doing nothing but being dumb and mean in Bitterblack Isle, and my attacks doing minimal damage, what I experience is the opposite of fun. I experience frustration. Apparently Capcom was given feedback that Dragon's Dogma was too easy, and this led to Bitterblack Isle's creation and its implementation. Boo! Just because the game was too easy for these innately great players, they wished for something harder, and little old me must suffer in the process. Why is a game being hard or difficult something that must be implemented? Why can't it just be fun or trailblazing? Exploring the many corners of Gransys is a pleasant experience in itself. With views from a cliff that could make rockstar envious, and the sounds of the waves as they lap and crash against the rocky shores is transcendent in some respects. This game is a standout on its own merit. I love it. I forgive its many flaws, like the world isn't big enough, the world has a linear path, the number of enemy variations is limited, clothing cannot be altered in terms of shade and color, experience points adds up to make your character stronger, but has no real effect on the world, and it is absent a reputation system. Why can't my beloved tell me how amazing I am for killing that crimson dragon who scarred and marred Cassidus? Why can't I build up a rapport with her so she can say different and more interesting things, like where gold is hidden in the world, or where new weapons can be earned? Just little stuff like that. Obviously there are more examples of things she could do or say, these are just small examples. I would also love to pay for renovations to my character's house, make it bigger and better. My beloved princess and the wonderfully designed Celine hang out in my house all day with nothing much to do. They don't even have separate beds. Back to Dark Arisen and Bitterblack Isle. Sure, I could grow my high-level character stronger, but at level 167, and in possession of multiple dragon-forged weapons, I could return. I could use those handy and buffing periaps too, so that's an endeavor I'll look into. However, the contrasting levels of difficulty from the original game to Dark Arisen has an exclusionary feel surrounding it. I feel like I'm on the outside with my character, standing in puddles of my blood, or his blood, sorry, and Ulra shaking her head at me and telling me I'm a noob. Yes, it hurts to hear her say those words despite her soft and lulling voice. I read a few articles about Dark Arisen in preparation for engaging in the storyline, but I was unprepared for the slaughter that awaited me within. Even my high-level pawns were useless against the different, stubborn, aggressive enemies. If I had the power of a feminist, or the savvy of Anita Sarkeesian, who I'm actually distantly related to, I could appeal to Capcom and push for a drop in the difficulty. I won't though, because the world doesn't owe me any favors, and it shouldn't change just because I say or ask for it. It would be nice to have that kind of clout though, wouldn't it? John Cena possesses clout in his life, so yes, I think it would be nice. I've watched many YouTube videos that profess to serve as a guide to tackle the challenges of Dark Arisen, but I'm not that good of a player. Fun to watch those YouTubers kick ass in the hellish territory that I barely survived though. Girl gamers make videos about it, delivering their hints and tips without much charisma, and they have a lot of makeup covering their facial flaws in the display photos. Oh, it's too easy to deride them in this manner, because that slap on their faces means so much to them. They'd be lost without it, and if they don't wear that crap, then they're brave. They're actually labeled brave. Yes, this is the world that we live in. Anyway, in their videos, they show the way for casual players to take on the fury awaiting them, and awaiting other players in Dark Arisen. One day, I'll wade through the death and destruction in that darker than dark area, and I'll face Damon with the same brand of courage Anita Sarkeesian needs to get through her day. Oh, my cousin is so fucking brave. If only Capcom would continue to add more content to Dragon's Dogma. I wish the same for Saints Row the Third. I would love new maps with multiple paths and verticality, new enemies with level difficulty, more sweet-looking armor, the addition of co-op so I can have a fearless buddy help me conquer Bitterblack Isle. Anyway, thanks for listening.